This is the Newsload.
Hello, I'm Carrie Anne Stephenson, and I'm interviewing Angelo Tsarouchas. Hello, Angelo. How are you today?
Hello, Carrie Anne. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Where are you right now?
I'm in New York City right now, New York.
I love New York.
Yeah. Great city. I did some shows here. I'm hanging out and then leaving soon. So, on the road.
Every day?
Every day's pretty much a new place, yeah.
Do you get Sundays off?
Sometimes. It depends on where the show's going to be. So there are sometimes you do shows on a Sunday, sometimes no. I did this week. So I had a show on Friday in New York. And then on Saturday, I had one in Providence, Rhode Island. And then I came up to New York yesterday. And then I'm staying an extra day today. I'm going to do a set later on tonight at one of the clubs in the city. And then tomorrow I go to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Oh my gosh, just next door, eh?
Just next door, eh? Lord Tender and Jesus there, eh?
Halifax. I love Halifax. It's fabulous. Please have a lobster roll for me.
Yes, and some chowder. Nova Scotia.
Some chowder. Yes.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal. So a couple of the questions that I've been asked to ask you, I guess we'll start with a quote, might as well rock it hardcore. Laughter is how people see freedom. And Bono said that. What do you think about that?
Well, if I had Bono's money, I think I'd be laughing at freedom. But he's right, though. If you really think about it, in every form of art, people expressively try to express how they're feeling in the moment. And the way everything's been lately, when you really think about freedom, and even that is questionable, because comedy you should be allowed to say what you want. There are consequences for certain things you do say, but at the same time, I think what happens is that by talking about these issues or situations, whether it be political, economical, family, sex, dating, divorce, whatever the case may be, I think you should, as a comic, you should have the ability to talk about that openly. Some people feel that they're trying to put a cap on us. Like, are you going too far? But, it's, if you don't like to laugh, don't go to a comedy club. Just don't go. Stay home, and read, the Wall Street Journal or something.
Or Fox News.
Which that's actually for comedians funny to watch Fox News, because some of the stuff they talk about is hilarious. Mind you, to tell you the truth, I think all news is hilarious now anyway. They're all, these experts come up and start talking. And who are these people? We feel, I'm in New York now. Gas is $3.49 a gallon, and we're paying $7 in LA. So I don't know what is it. Why are they paying half price in New York? And New York's expensive like LA. And they keep saying, "Well, we need electric cars, but we're paying double the gas price." So if you do a joke that says, "Oh, I got gas at $6.75 a gallon. It was on sale," people in California would laugh. And people in New York would be saying, well, "You're paying how much?"
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea. I think comedians were kind of like the brand ambassadors of all the stupidity that's going on in the world.
The New York rat issue going on. Are people talking about it?
No, I haven't heard about it. Nothing.
Apparently the mayor hates rats and is, on, rat detail. And it's like garbage can only be out from, like 2 to 6 o'clock that day for the garbage people to be able to pick it up and everything, because he hates rats.
Well, who likes them?
I'm embarrassed to say I grew up with rats. I had rats as a child, and they're soft and cuddly and sweet and smart. And
That's so. See, that's the thing. Look, any big city has a rat problem. I lived in London, Toronto, New York, LA. There's rats everywhere. And in New York, some rats, they don't live long enough. Not those rats, the ones that don't shut up and they talk to the cops. The rats.
The New York rats, the rodents of unusual size.
You got them as house pets. I don't like them.
Well, if you keep the shedding in control, like go and change their wood chips every week, it's fine. They're pleasant little fuzzy creatures.
Well, what do they? Is that they sleep on wood chips?
Yeah, like a hamster.
Okay. So I learned something today. I learned that rats sleep on wood chips. Who knew?
Chips, like the bedding, the shaving, yeah,
and stuff there. The rats
teaching each other things. So you've been in the comedy industry for how long?
A long time. I mean, I've been doing comedy for realistically 35 years. 35 years, but maybe longer. I don't want to say it, but paid. Full-time paid comedian. It's full-time paid's been 24.
24 years.
I've been doing it as a comedian and an actor. I've been able to make a living out of it for 24 years.
Yeah, let's talk about your acting career for a minute. What's the first movie gig that you got that paid?
I did a movie in Ottawa called Two's a Mob. And I played the role of Fats Rirenza. And it was written by Derek Diorio and Dan Lalonde, who were part of a comedy troupe called Skit Row. There was a sketch comedy crew in Ottawa. The guy, really funny guys, good guys. And I was in local living in Ottawa doing the stand-up scene. And they asked me to play Fats Rirenza. It's a spoof of all mafia movies. So it's a spoof of Goodfellas. It's a spoof of The Godfather, all that stuff, Casino. And it was a spoof movie. It was kind of funny. And every now and then it shows up on Showcase in Canada. And people will call me and say, hey, I saw you in this movie called Two's a Mob. I said, yeah. It was my actual first film I ever did.
Wow. How much did you get paid for that?
Oh, probably not much. I mean, it was a low budget. Probably about $400 or $500 or something like that.
Nice.
Just, to say you're in a movie, it was pretty cool, and then that's what kind of started it off.
You're starting your portfolio, if you will.
Right.
Yeah. So you were in a movie with Marlon Brando.
Yeah, it's called The Score. It's funny because I was kind of in it, then I got cut out of it, and it was a movie they shot in Montreal. It was Robert De Niro, Marlon Brando, and Edward Norton. Yes,
I know it.
It was a heist movie. It was a big movie. And, I was playing the second guy that works for Robert De Niro, was kind of like a tough guy. And it was Gary Farmer was the principal. I was second. But then there's a scene where we go in and we allegedly Edward Norton beats the two of us up. The two of us together are about $1,000, 1,000 pounds. And he's sitting there and it didn't look real at all. It did not look real at all. So
he's in a Fight Club, right? So he should be able to take anybody.
That's true. But, this movie was different. But it was a really great experience. Frank Oz was the director. I got paid for the week. I was credited, but never. My scenes got cut out, but it was a great experience.
Were you able to get, maybe the unedited, versions? Are you able to ask for that, or is that too much?
Possibly, yeah. Once they do the film, you're persona non grata. They don't. Everybody has this fantasy that they talk to you, and you're paid, you're gone. Yeah. If you're lucky, you get to see them or talk to them, something like that. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Then you get in lucky situations where your friends, hook you up. Like Adam Sandler loves his, comedy buddies to constantly come back. Yeah. So speaking of friends, you're friends with our adorable popular friend Russell Peters.
Yes.
How did
Yes.
that come about? You guys just started doing shows together?
I met Russell probably 1992, 93 in Ottawa. I was at Yuck Yucks working, hosting. I was hosting the show, and Russell was a split middle. So he wasn't even the middle act. He was split middle, where they do 15 minutes each. And he came up to me, and I met this guy, funny looking Indian guy, right away. He told me he worked for a Greek restaurant in Brampton. And we hung out all weekend, and we've been friends ever since. It was just one of those things,
What's the best show you've done with Russell Peters?
Yeah, I mean, well, I've toured the whole world with him, opening for him literally all around the world. And he had a show called Indian Detective.
Yes.
And I play Jerry Wax, and I get whacked in it because I'm a rat. I ratted out to the wrong people, to the cops. And I did that with him. And a Russell Peters Christmas, which is every year on RCTV in Canada. And I played Drunk Santa and Last Santa Standing. And I play the voice of the polar bear and the mayor of Bramalea and the claymation animation thing.
Amazing. So, what do you do to stay healthy on the road?
Wow. Well, there was a point where I was extremely heavy, like over 450 pounds heavy, way too big. And now I dropped a lot of that weight. The only thing I can do now, I walk a lot on the road. It's hard, when you're going city to city sometimes, if I find a treadmill, if I'm on a cruise ship, I can go on the treadmill or walk around the ship. Today I got up, I walked all the way. I found I had to go to the bank, was around, I'd say about 1.5 kilometers away. So I walked there to get some exercise in the morning. And what I try to do is limit what I'm eating. And I try to eat which is difficult, till about 6, 7 o'clock. And then I stop eating till the next day, like an intermittent fasting kind of thing. Because rather than facilitate food, you're better to eliminate it. So eat from the time you wake up to the time you're going to go at like 7:30. Then I stop. And then I just don't eat till the next day. Maybe a tea or a water. That's it. I won't eat anything.
Or a whiskey.
Yeah, no, not even booze. I cut that out too. No booze. Because the booze triggers, if you're intermittent fasting, a lot of sugar and stuff in alcohol that people aren't aware of it. And they go, I don't know why I'm not losing weight, because the alcohol's got a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, the beers and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we like them. We like them.
What's your favorite restaurant in London, Ontario?
There used to be a place in London, Ontario called Budapest.
Yes.
Hungarian restaurant.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's still there or not, but
yes,
it is. It's excellent. I'm a big fan of Hungarian food. The goulash and the cabbage rolls and the strudel. That place is really good. If I come, I'll take you there.
I would love that. I would love that more than anything. I love strudel. I'm German.
You're German, exactly. But that Hungarian restaurant's really good, the Budapest. I actually had a joke, but the comic I was with didn't get it. He said to me, "Hey, do you want to go eat at Budapest restaurant?" I said, "I'm not feeling very hungry."
Oh,
and he goes, it's a pun. It's a pun, but he didn't get it. He goes, "What, you're not hungry? Like Hungary?" I don't get it. It's Budapest, Hungary. Yeah, it's a pun. I like puns. Not everything has to be clever, and it's a Hungary.
No, yeah. Like fart jokes are always funny, and
they're funny. It was just a pun.
So my girlfriend, she is focusing on turkey this week. And so my joke is, why can't we just call it chicken?
Why turkey?
Yeah.
Could be chicken. How about, what's the other stuff there? Tofu. What do we call tofu? The Republic of Tofu. Tastes like turkey.
That's funny.
Tofu.
That's funny.
Sounds like a country like in West Africa. I am from Tofu. Everything tastes like something else.
So, focusing on men's health in November, for Movember and such, but now that
Yeah.
we're in December, we still like to talk about men's health because guys don't like going to the doctor.
Oh, I want to know who told you about my
My
ED.
father, my father hated the doctor. So,
When you said men's health, you were saying like, who told you about my ED?
your
I'm
ED.
fine now. I got over it. No, it's important. Listen, it's important. Actually, I don't need Viagra. I need D-Viagra. I don't need that. But no, but truth be told, men's health is important. Here's the issue. It's a good point you brought up, Carrie Anne, because what happens is a lot of guys don't go to the doctor. And I'm at the age now where you got to go for a colonoscopy. You got to go do your checkup. You got to keep, and for some reason, guys especially are really scared to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I think every time you go to the doctor,
masculinity.
they're going to find something now. Well,
Yeah.
but I go and then I got my vaccine shots where I know a lot of people didn't vax, and they're giving me all the reasons why they didn't vax. So we're comics. We had to go. I got 4 shots. I got my shingle shot. I got my flu shot. I got
You're
the
working with
pneumonia
cruise
shot.
ships. You
Put them all in,
gotta
just jab me
travel.
like a junkie. Got all of them. Yeah.
Shoot it up.
Just shoot me up.
Well, we really appreciate you, all the stuff that you go through to be able to, entertain the masses around the world, and you have such a huge fan base. More men's health questions. What kind of underwear do you wear?
You know what? I usually I have these ones. They're kind of like boxers, right? But they're Hugo Boss.
Ooh, very nice.
Hugo Boss boxers, and they keep everything intact. It's good.
Do you know what kind of underwear Russell Peters wears?
I don't. And if I did, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
He wears Fruit of the Loom. No, I don't actually, but I'm sure there's people that do know.
So, I got a Jeopardy calendar
Okay.
in every day, and ironically, yesterday's question, if you don't mind, Jeopardy. Originally, it's geographically speaking category. Originally, it was the upper fortified part of any Greek city, not just the capital. What is it?
Upper fortified part would have to be the Parthenon, the Acropolis.
Oh, good. You knew. That's awesome.
Something about Greeks and Greece.
Relationship advice. I am in love with this Greek man, and I would like to get serious by marrying him and having babies. What do you suggest I do to make him fall in love with me?
Learn how to cook Greek food.
Okay. That's a good advice.
Make yemista, stuffed tomatoes and peppers.
Yummy. How do you spell that?
Yemista. It's Yemista. Yemista, which are stuffed peppers and tomatoes.
Okay.
Learn how to make avgolemon soup, egg lemon soup.
Egg lemon soup.
I'll give you 3, and learn how to make, like, you could make moussaka is hard to do, but if you can make it, that's a closer right there. Moussaka or pasticcio.
Pasticcio. Okay. So you say the way to a Greek man's heart is through his stomach.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It's the comfort food because we're not that complicated, And Carrie Anne, they say percentage wise, the best lovers, and this is not me saying it, the best lovers, the people that have sex more per capita in the world are Greeks.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
And if that's not me saying it, I read it in an article. Per capita.
I love Aphrodite. I love the Greek gods mythology.
Yeah.
I grew up on Xena Warrior Princess. I love the whole culture. So, it'd be kind of cool to maybe date a Greek full time. So, okay, I got to learn Greek recipes. Done and done. What do you want for Christmas? How do your fans send you gifts and such? What's the best way to do that?
The best, honestly, the best Christmas gift. I don't want nothing for Christmas, but if you can help someone who hasn't had a decent meal in a few days get a good meal, to me, that's the best gift.
So like a gift certificate to Tim Hortons or something?
Something like that, but I don't want it. Give it to somebody who could use it. If
Let's
everybody
say
gives, if everybody gives a little bit to everybody else, I think it's good, especially for kids around Christmas time. 'Cause I mean, I like when people say, "What do you want for Christmas?" Nothing. I have everything I want. I don't want anything, But you see sometimes the Laugh Factory in Hollywood for Thanksgiving. I wasn't there this year. I couldn't go help. But Thanksgiving and Christmas, Jamie Masada, who's a saint, the owner of it, he does a full turkey dinner for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, and feeds about 1,200 people in the community. And you see people coming in with their kids. The comics go and volunteer. The comics volunteer, and then they do. And then at the end, when they're eating, the comics get up and do a little show for them too. And I'm talking proper catered turkey dinner. So I think that's the important part. I think is that everybody gets a meal. I think that's the most important part, and everything else is whatever. And if you have extra toy to give to a child, then give it to them. It'll make them happy.
That's so sweet.
It's true. It's true. And if everybody does a little bit like that, because, a lot of people say, I want this, I want that. You get, Carrie, you get to an age where I just want to have my health and then enjoy my life. That's all. I don't, money, it's nice to have money, but, it's nice to be able to enjoy it too.
Love it. Love it. I guess, some of the last questions are, can you explain to me this Greek evil eye thing? I still don't understand it.
Okay, so the evil eye, it's an energy-based thing. And what happens is that, and I believe in this, by the way. So what it is that the evil eye, the mati, the Italians call it the malocchio, other people call it different things. It's when I pay you a compliment, but I don't mean it.
Okay.
So I'm saying, I can say to you, and I do like your hair. And I mean that. But I say, your hair looks great, and in your head, you're like, oh my God. And then what that does, it puts kind of a hex spell on you. And you get a little bit of a headache and fuzzy vision of it. The people, it affects them. And there's a dehexing of it. So once a year at the monastery in Greece, a man tells a woman tells a man, and you can put oil and water. If it evaporates, you got the mati, or there's a chant. We call it xematiasma, a dehexing, and it works. And if I do it, and then if you have it, I start yawning. It comes out. You start yawning sometimes, and it comes out. And a lot of people, some people do not believe in it. That's fine. I do. I even do a bit about it where I talk about it and people laugh. One guy, a Greek guy at the show goes, it's all bullshit. I said, sure, you're entitled to your opinion. He goes, no, it's bullshit. I said, again, you're entitled to your opinion. I believe it.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let go of it. And I told him to fuck off. I said, look, I said to you, you're entitled to your opinion. What I'm saying is that I believe in it. You don't. Let's just leave it at that. But some people want you to conform. Well, you should. No, I don't have to. I'd say, I always welcome the debate on anything. But if you're going to give an opinion, you have to accept an opinion. And we live in a world where people don't. Well, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, whatever.
I was loving the conversation. This comedian went to Seattle, and he's from New York. And he went to Seattle and he asked for a coffee black. And they said that he needed to request a coffee no cream because saying black now is triggering. We literally can't even describe the color of our coffee anymore. It's too triggering.
Well, okay, so how's that triggering? So the two languages in the world that are direct meaning transfer is Chinese and Greek. So there's no, if you want to say the word black, it's mavro. Aspro is white. So in the Greek language, when Shakespeare was doing his writing, if he didn't understand something, he said it sounded Greek to me. It's all Greek to me.
Yep.
So I would tell people, we're not racist. It's just a direct transfer. So if you go to a Starbucks and say, I just have the coffee black, you're describing what the coffee is. It's black. Now, if you're going to take from that's insinuating something racist or something, I mean, that's ridiculous, because it's like, you know, what if a black American or Canadian person says, I want a coffee black?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, what's the difference? I mean, I don't think most people, I think we live in a time now where people are picking on things. They're looking for every little thing. It's like you can say, I'm going to pack a lunch. What'd you call me?
Oh my God.
It's fun. Like that. Russell does it a lot.
My joke is always, I would love a tea, but African American, you know.
Yeah, African American. But I don't understand, because I think if you said, I want a coffee black, like at blank, that's racist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's always insinuated, whatever you're saying. But if you say, give me a coffee, what do you want? Just leave it the way it is, black. It's black coffee. Most menus say black coffee. White flat.
The barista was correcting him, saying you can't say black, you have to say no cream. So wow. This is 2022. This is what's happening.
Unbelievable.
So last request. Can you teach me how to say I love Newsload in Greek?
I love Newsload. Agapao to Newsload.
Agapao to Newsload.
Newsload, yeah. Agapao to Newsload.
Agapao to Newsload.
Newsload, yeah. I love Newsload.
Yay!
Yay.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it so much. And so you're in New York, and then you're like, where are you going?
We're going to Halifax, the Yuck Yuck special show. Then I'm at Punchlines Comedy Club in St. John, New Brunswick. Then I'm going to go home to LA. Then I'm starting all over again. I mean, this year I was in Europe and Middle East, then Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada. And then we'll see where we go next year. Who knows? I never know.
Well, if you're ever in London, Ontario, I'm taking you up on dinner at the Budapest.
You got it. Budapest.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. Travel safe.
Thank you so much. Nice talking to you, Carrie. Bye-bye.
Bye, Angelo.
Bye-bye.
This is the Newsload.